You and only you to change the world. You made the decision to join our tribe. Your vibe is your tribe. And I want to welcome you to the Shooting Stars community.
It's a life of hustle and survival. I remember when my ninth grade teacher asked me, Lisa, what do you want to be when you grow up? And see, I have to fight the Harlem Crip 30s every day to get home from school. So I looked at her and said, alive. I took an English class. I got a fail in English. And my English teacher said in front of the entire class, Lisa, you have to be the weakest writer I've ever met in my entire life. Don't worry, my story ends good. Don't feel sorry for me. I got 7 under my belt. And then the same year, my speech teacher said, after giving me a D-, I knew I had an A in speech. Like, come on. He obviously didn't agree with me. He gave me a D- and said, quote unquote, Miss Nichols, I recommend you never speak in public, that you get a desk job. So here's the beauty of that story. Other people's perception of you ain't none of your business. Everything you've ever been through, sat through, rose through, cried through, prayed through, everything is a setup for your next best season. And the way you forgive the perceivingly unforgivable, the way you love the perceivingly unlovable, the way you accept what seems to be unacceptable, the way you embrace after you've been betrayed, the way you do that is the way you will lead us. Your light belongs to everyone who'll be illuminated because you were bold enough and obedient enough to let your light shine. Yes, 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 yes. And every time you cross someone's path and they can't handle your light, you know those people that they try to give you reasons why you should tone it down a bit. That they would tell Cheryl not to sing so loud. Right. They would tell me to shut up in class. They tell you you're kind of strange. You know those people. Dream snatchers, vision busters. Don't be mad at them. They can only love you to the capacity in which they're able to love themselves. Don't be mad at them. Don't be mad at them. Pray for them. Love them. Because they're dealing with themselves like we're dealing with us. But I want you to remember that your 70 watts has to be turned way up. Because you got way more to give us. It ain't over yet. Don't put a period where God put a comma. And when you turn it up to 159 watts, you know, you keep turning it up. You stop dimming your light. You say, today is the first day of the rest of my life. You turn it up. You're going to find people that can't handle your light. And before today, you might have dimmed your light. You might have shrunk a little bit. You might have tempered it down a little bit. But after today, I want you to see this. After today, turn the lights up. After today, you don't dare dim your light. As your light gets brighter, you're going to disrupt some people. And they're going to tell you your light's too bright. Your light's too bright. Your light's too bright. Your light's too bright. Then you just look at them and say, well, I'm not dimming my light. I'm just going to hand you some shades. I'm just saying. Why don't you start caring?
Girl, that was my girl, Lisa Nichols. I had to put my shades on for that one. Good morning and grand rising to each and every one of you. Welcome to Breakfast with Champions. I am Stars Tina, your life and health coach. Okay, I got to take these shades off because I can't see with those shades on. Make some noise if you like that little intro with Lisa. Did anyone like that? Yes, no, maybe so?
I thought it was really nice.
Yes, power. I needed that this morning. It's amazing how God will put in front of you exactly what you need when you need it, and you don't even realize it. Like, I love Lisa. It's like, okay, let me just put this one in. And what she talked about, the shining light. I think we all need that right here. And if this is your first time in BWC, I want to say welcome, welcome. Let's share this room. I see Pamsky. Hi, Kylie. Everyone, give my girl Kylie a follow. Hi, Kylie. If you want to see my face, you can jump on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube so you can see me right now. I'm feeling supercharged. besides the fact that I overslept and missed my flight this morning. It's okay. It's okay. I'm supposed to be at the airport right now doing this, getting on a plane at 5:45, but that's okay because things happen, right? And today's topic is so wonderful. If you guys didn't know, I did an event the past 3 days. Angelina, myself, she may be in here, possibly not. It's called Elevate Your Business. It is now currently a movement. And actually, yes, last year, I said to her after we did it, it was so good. I was like, I want to do this every quarter, like a mini one, not a huge one. But the scaredness got into me. I don't have time, I don't have space. And, so I thought I dimmed my light a little bit. EYB, yes, I cannot share with everyone how amazing it is. And I just want to thank Angeline and Renee and Fatima and Debbie Dowling Mama or Mama Dowell. I don't know what they called you, Debbie. And Dr. Jeannie for just making this experience so great. And if you didn't know, on Mondays, I like to start off with the highlight of the weekend. So I want to hear, someone's dancing. Who's dancing with that? Kurt, I missed it. I want to hear your highlight of the weekend as we share the room. I'll be there for like 2 minutes. If anyone wants to unmic and share your highlight of the weekend, just go for it.
Good morning. This is Debbie, and I just want to say my highlight was the event this weekend. It was just absolutely amazing. We kicked it off on Thursday and ended on Saturday live in person, and it was just absolutely amazing. So, Tina, I want to thank you for having me be a part of it, and I just look forward to the next one.
I love it. And I want to share something really quick. Someone else can still speak. So when we were putting the speakers together, and Dr. Jeannie said this so wonderfully, she says, it was curated perfectly. Now, I've met with Debbie. I haven't worked with Debbie. Like, she hasn't been a client of mine. I have not been a client of hers. We've just been, I guess you can say, ships. We've had ships, relationships, friendships. And when we were putting the speakers together and, we were talking about Debbie, Angelina actually mentioned, I'm like, why do you need that in business? Like, what is the purpose of that? I don't get it. What's it? Because I don't deal with anxiety or habit. And it's not about me. It's about you. It's about everyone, right? And she was sharing how someone reached out to her and said, oh, thank you for what you're saying. So it's great to have people around you that are going to just show you that there's more than one way to do one thing. So thank you so much for coming through, Debbie. Anyone else want to share highlight of the weekend?
Oh my gosh, it's Shay. It's Mary Lynn. So go ahead, Shay, and then I'll go after you. I just want to go. That was my favorite part, is seeing Mary Lynn dancing. Oh my gosh. So the whole weekend with you stars, Tina, from start to finish, the Vision Box party, the EYB, all from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the amazing speakers. Tia, I could just go on and on. Glenn was off the chain. Tia and Mary Lynn, but really, what my favorite part was when you posted the live things of everyone dancing and seeing Mary Lynn and just seeing you guys bonding in person. Oh my gosh, it made me so jelly. I got FOMO. So that was mine. I'm toasted back.
Love it. Thank you. Go ahead, Marilyn.
I would say yes. My favorite part was driving through the storm to get there. And I know it wasn't storming as bad in Orlando, but it just made it all worth it to bond even further. Taking these relationships off the app. When I had my event, like, you're the bride, right, Tina? Like, you don't get to hug everybody as much and you're busy and you got background things. But when I went to your event, I just felt like I deepened the connections and it was amazing. So I'm so thankful I was able to get over there.
Yes. Anyone else want to chime in real quick before I get started?
Good morning, Tina. It's Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hello. Well, I was in the UK room. I've been up since 2, preparing to leave, to fly to, like you, fly to the Newark, technically, for 2.5 weeks. But this past weekend, it was such an amazing weekend for me because I was up in Dallas. I was invited to join Summer Days Master of the Stage Live. And it was such a beautiful invitation. I couldn't say no, even though I'm leaving for 2.5 weeks. And I was able to use the studio there for my segment for Elevate Your Business. So it was just, Pat Quinn was there. I mean, just so many fabulous people. And it just was a weekend of sharing. It was really a weekend of networking, compilation of thoughts, ideas, and sharing. So with your program, as well as, what I was doing there. So it's just,
I love it.
getting
I
out
love
of
it.
nowhere.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Thank you so much for sharing. And for everyone that's in here, you know, if you didn't know, Breakfast with Champions, this is a place where you come and you're going to get that motivation. You're going to get that education and inspiration. Motivation is great. You noticed this morning I start off with my superstar song, and then I put my favorite girl, Lisa Nichols. And then we're going to educate you when whatever it is that you need, whether it's health and wellness, whether it's finances, relationships. And lastly, we're going to inspire you. And each and every one of the people in here inspire me, even as I scroll all the way down to Tematop, Nye, Quizidin, Carolyn, Christy, Lister, because everyone has a seat at the table. So raise your hand if you want to come, if you want to have a question. Today, I'm going to be talking about rejoicing. If you heard me, I say I get my topics for Monday morning from church on Sunday. I have the best church in the whole wide world, Agape in Rahway, New Jersey. Yesterday was amazing. They actually had a couple special guests on there. My pastor, he's a little different. He had a comedian on there, so funny. And then he had Angela Bassett's husband on there. He wrote a book and he was sharing with us. Amazing. And then he talked about the choice to rejoice. The choice to rejoice. We all have choices in our life. And TM, if you guys don't know, he runs a room on Sunday mornings from like 6 to 10. That's why I had to leave TM. I wasn't there at 9 because church starts at 9. His room just goes on and on and on. But they were talking about the choice to rejoice. And in TM's room, we were talking about when you have to make a decision. And we were going back and forth. And I said, well, it's easier for men to make a decision because, you know, women are emotional. I still feel that way. But today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's important to make a choice. Now, do you want joy or do you want happiness? I want to start right there. Anyone want to unmic and share their thoughts real quick? If you want joy or do you want happiness in your life?
I want happiness.
Share why.
You know, I won't. Well, you know what? The actual question is interesting because I think both, right? But I think it's the happiness, the fulfillment, right? Why? Because no one else can make you happy, and I think a lot of us seek happiness through others, from others in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, it's a decision. I choose to be happy. I choose happiness, but joy is important as well.
I love that.
I accept that joy that comes every morning. I love it.
Yes. So when I think about that, we all think of that movie Pursuit of Happiness, right? When I think of happiness, I think of something sort of superficial, like someone gave me a chocolate cake after the event because they know I love chocolate cake. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and I was happy for that moment. But for me, that joy was being at the event, feeling the energy when KWP and Justin walked in, when Justin came in and they peeked in and they saw the 1,000 people we had in the room, because I think we had like 1,001 in the room. joke. And they just made us, that gave me joy.
1,012 is last.
Yes, thank you. 1,012, yes. And they didn't make us feel any sort of way because if you guys didn't know, it was supposed to be a storm. So, you know, people canceled, didn't come, and it wasn't what we imagined, but it was even better than we imagined. So today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's important to make a choice. And the choices you make today will affect your future. And not just your future, but your children's future. So as I make the decisions in my life, I don't think about how it's going to affect me. I think about how it's going to affect my daughter and her children, because some of us have past things in our life, past traumas that we just have to push through. And that's because of certain choices that were not made. And by not making a decision, you're making a decision. So I do want to say good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. I'm so grateful that you're here. And today I want us to think about rejoicing and remind you how important it is. And the lack of when you don't do it, everything just kind of gets messed up. And I want to talk about your health first. And I saw Janice in the building. I see Janice here. I don't know who said it in my summit, but they made an amazing point. They were talking about what you put in is what you're going to put out. And actually, they were like, if you go into Chat GPT or Google, no, I think it was Trey. And she said, you put in there, don't be happy. Or, you know, if you say, don't do something, it's going to come out, what you put into the universe. So I say this to say, right now I've been getting ready for the year. Okay, what am I doing in my business? What am I here? And we're working on this retreat. This year I did a retreat in Bermuda with Janice, if you see Janice there. And for the past week and a half, I've been going back and forth with my video person because I was not inputting the correct information. I just pretty much gave her a title, gave her words, gave her a picture, and that was it. And I expected her to know what to do instead of saying timestamp here, timestamp there. And I say that to say, if you want something in life, you have to be very specific or it's not going to turn out the way that you want. And that's just going to turn me into this video that I'm going to show you right now. If you're watching, I suggest you click the link, go to my YouTube so you can watch it. Janice, I think this is your first time seeing it, Mama. Here we go.
Hey, so I just wanted to say, we did it!
We did it!
What did we do? So first of all, we met on the social media app called Clubhouse. Breakfast with Champions. Hey, Glenn!
Hey, Glenn!
Glenn Lundy is the curator, founder of this wonderful place. And we met up a couple weeks ago. And I said, I'm coming to Bermuda. She's Bermudian, I'm American. And we just did our very first wellness mini retreat.
Welcome to the Mind, Body, and Soul Awakening Retreat in the enchanting paradise of Bermuda. Join us for a transformative experience that transcends beyond ordinary as we embark on a journey to heal, rejuvenate, and discover the essence of your true self. In the realm of the mind, body, and soul, we invite you to unlock the power through activities designed to delve into your emotions, confront traumas, and release the burdens that weigh you down. Engage in soul-nourishing practices such as journaling, guiding breathwork, and meditation, grounding yourself in the present moment. Transition the body, where the vibrant energy of Bermuda becomes your sanctuary. Embrace the healing qualities of yoga, a powerful medium of releasing deep-seated traumas and fostering a harmonious connection between mind and body. Feel the synergy of movement and mindfulness as you embark on a journey towards physical and emotional well-being. And then let your soul take center stage. Our emotional intelligent coaching will guide you through a profound exploration of your inner self, mapping into the reservoirs of strength and resilience that reside within. Bermuda's breathtaking landscapes will serve as the backdrop for the soul-stirring awakening. Amidst the retreat, engage in joyous activities that resonate with the spirit of Bermuda. Participate in the exhilarating Bermuda Half Marathon, witness the vibrant parade, and indulge in the sheer bliss of sun-kissed beaches. As the day unfolds, the nights come alive with the camaraderie of like-minded souls, creating memories that linger long after the sun sets. Join us for an unforgettable experience where the mind, body, and soul converge into your perfect harmony against the backdrop of Bermuda's beauty. The Mind, Body, and Soul Awakening Retreat awaits. Join us for self-discovery and renewal like no other.
So I wanted to show that to you because it's something that could have taken one day, maybe 2 days, took a week and a half, almost two, because I was going back and forth. Janice, what did you think of our video, Mama? That's your first time seeing it. Are you able to share? Janice is all the way in Bermuda. I don't know if she's able to share, but that's one of the choices. Go ahead, Mama.
Yes. Sorry about that. Good morning. Absolutely love that. We had an amazing time. And I'm just so excited that we're going to get to do it all over again. So thank you so much for the vision and the ripples of that event still continue because we've had little mini ones since then. So I'm looking forward to doing more in 2024. Thank you.
I love it. And that's just part of my gift. Let me tell you, because I was on this app and I heard Janice talking to Ramon or someone, and I heard her accent. And I'm like, that's a Bermudian accent because my family's from Bermuda. And I said, I'm coming to Bermuda, May 24th of May. And I said, let's do an event together. Let's do a retreat. And she's like, sure. And it was actually, it rained every single day we were there. And the place where we were supposed to have the retreat got rained out. So everything got, again, changed around. But it flowed so wonderfully. And where we had our retreat, Bermuda's 22 miles, I believe. And she never even heard of this place. And now she's doing her own mini, as she said, mini events there, which is great. So that's why it's important to make decisions because it's out of your, I believe God just has it there for you. So the 3 tips I'm going to give you, the first one is health. Your health is your wealth, right? Physical health, especially when it comes to that, whether you're choosing nutritious foods or healthy foods, you have a choice, family. Okay, when you don't prepare, and even let's just say you don't prepare, you're working all day and you're starving, you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta eat, and you go out maybe 10, 12 o'clock at night and nothing's open, and you may get that Big Mac and fries and soda. Well, you know you're going to feel horrible if you're eating that late at night and get up in the morning. So you want to be a leader and make the right choices all the time. Maybe you have a little, not so healthy food every now and again, but your health is your wealth. That's the first tip I want to give you. The second tip is, before I get to the second tip, with the health and wealth, I'm currently working on a 6-week challenge. It's going to come out in January. Renee, you can put the link somewhere if anyone's ready for it. It's a 6-week, it's a beast mode challenge, guys. It is amazing. It's a mind, body, and soul transformation 6-week challenge. There's mindset, it's next level. And I'm doing a special price if you get it before January 20th, I believe. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about was your mental health. If you're not making choices in your life, then you're going to kind of get off kilter, and your mindset is everything. And you can only fake it for so long. And I don't want to say fake it. I just want to say put it off, put it in the back. We all have fears, right? The scary stuff, but it's going to pop into you. And on Saturday morning, I was overjoyed, family. Like Thursday was great. Friday was great. And Saturday, I felt even better. I was like, oh my gosh. And I naturally get up at 4. I think I got up at 5 on Saturday. And I was like, okay, I'm going to write my segment out, what I'm going to say. And I had to change everything because some people were here, some people weren't here. And then at 7 o'clock, mind you, I teach fitness class at 8. It's like this cloud came over me. I guess that tornado they were talking about here in Florida came over me. And I had all these emotions and I felt like I wanted to cry. Whenever I feel this, you got to feel the feels, people. You can't run away from them. I'm like, okay, Tina, you know what to do. You've been handling this for over 7 years. You got this. You got this, girl. I'm like, okay, I'm going to cry for 2-3 minutes. And then I'm going to get back to work. So I usually look at pictures of my son. If you didn't know, that's one of my traumas. I lost my son 7.5 years ago. He was tragically murdered. So that kind of pops up every now and again in my heart, right? And I guess he was saying, yo, Ma, I got to talk to you. I want to see you. Because whenever I feel that way, that's him doing that, right? But this day was a little different. I didn't look at pictures. I looked at videos because videos just kind of let me feel him, see him, embrace him. And they make me smile. It was a picture of when my daughter's fish died. That's the funniest story, family. It was Thanksgiving, and I think she went to visit my sister, and I forgot to feed the fish. And when she came back, the fish died, and she had a fit. And my son, you think I'm funny? He got a little coffin for the fish. It was a ring box, and he put the fish in the coffin. We had a funeral for the fish family. She wore her prom dress for the funeral. So my son said, I'm going to pretend like I fall and throw the fish across the room. I said, she will have a heart attack if you do that. So he didn't have the fish in the box. He threw the box and she screamed even more. And then he's like, let's cook this fish. He's got it was too funny. She's screaming. So I played that video. I watched that video. And my point is, it was still there, family. I couldn't get rid of it. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then Mary Lynn had a wonderful space here on Saturday because Breakfast with Champions is Monday through Sunday. And she's everyone talking about their holiday memories and this and that. And I have it on in the background, but I'm not listening, but I still hear it because I don't want to hear how everyone's all happy during the holidays because I don't have my son with me. And then I heard Tanya in here. She was at my event and I met her in person. I had to say hello to her. And then Trey, I don't know if Trey felt my energy before or after I opened my mic, but she texted me. And she said something like, just checking on you. And I was like, can you feel my energy, girl? And then she texted me something. And in the text, she said, baby girl. And she says, I don't know where that came from. And only my father called me baby girl. And my father died at 49. I was very close to him. So then I started crying all over again, family. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I called her. I was like, girl, I don't know what's going on. I got to stop crying. And long story short, she went through all these explaining overjoy. And Trey, if you have a minute or two, if you want to share with the peeps what you did for me to get me through, I would love that because I know I can't explain it properly. Are you there, Trey?
Yes, I would love to. So what I utilized is what I call emotion code practitioning. And I utilized her subconscious mind through muscle testing. And I went through 2 different charts. One's a trap trauma chart, and then another one is unprocessed emotions. Because when we don't get to communicate whatever it is, like say for instance, you didn't have enough money to pay for your food, you don't go around telling everybody, I didn't have enough money. So instead you swallow the embarrassment, and it becomes either an unprocessed emotion or a trapped trauma that lives in your body on a cellular level, and that root cause will continue to keep its ugly face and keep re-triggering you. So I utilize muscle testing to find the traumas, the trapped traumas and the unprocessed emotions. And I began erasing them literally with a magnet. And while she was on the phone, I could feel her energy shift. And I asked her by validating, did you just get the chills? Did you, whatever? And she's like, yes. And I said, that's your body confirming and validating the truth. So it's amazing. And I love my gift. Thank you for letting me share.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And I say that to say, when it comes to your mental health, if you're not making decisions, if you're not here or there, even if you're like me, you wrote this book, No More Traumedy. If you didn't purchase that, I'd probably have to read it again. But there's always things. I think it was the overjoy for me, because I was so over the top and happy and excited. So you got to take care of your mental health and make a choice. All right. Go to that therapist, go to that counselor, talk to that person. And in front of me, you see I have this mirror right here. Dora Maria, she was one of our speakers. She was absolutely amazing. She gave me a gift. Sometimes you forget you're beautiful. So this is your reminder. She gave me a mirror. And if you have a mirror right now, just kind of look into that mirror. And when I say mirror work, I'm not talking about like just fix your makeup or fix your hair, but look into your heart, look into your soul, and really look and take charge of who you are and make those choices, the hard choices. And the third thing that can be messed up if you don't make choices, guys, is your finances. You want to make smart decisions, okay? It's so funny. My daughter, her and my son, they would say, Mom, you just thumb through money. Like, I don't know where I get this mentality from. It's like, for me, someone used to say to me, money doesn't grow on trees, Tina, but for me, it grows on trees. I don't look at price tags. I just go, I know it's bad. I know. My financial consultant, she's like, you got to do this. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm going to California on Saturday to visit her. And she's like, Ma, you better not come here with $10. You better not come here with $10. And I say that to say, for me, it comes when I need it, and I don't even worry about it anymore. In the past, I used to like, oh my gosh, but if you're making the right decisions, everything's going to work out with your money. I'm going to round these three off, and I'd love to hear from you guys. In conclusion, the choices we make are the brushstrokes on a canvas of life. Think of your life like an empty canvas, and you create that canvas, how beautiful it is. Wise decisions are the key to a meaningful life, impacting our present and our future. So let's embrace the choice to rejoice. Seize the opportunities before you and make decisions that contribute to our well-being, ensuring a brighter and more fulfilling, joyous future. And I love how TM said he chose both, but I loved even more how Trisha said she chose joy or happiness, however it feels that day. And I love that, Trisha, because I agree. I want both of them, but if I had to choose one, it would be the joy. So in conclusion, all three of them. Number 1, your health is your wealth. Number 2, work on your mental health. And 3, make sure your finances are in check. And those are the 3 ways of how you can make choices. Would anyone like to share comments, questions on today's topic? If so, on mic, say your name and go for it.
I would love to this morning, Stars Tina. Gail Dopp here.
Good morning, Gail.
Good morning, sweetheart. Yes, I think what I would like to talk about is joy. And I have to say that after the week that we had last week, with Travis John passing over on Wednesday, I have really experienced something that I honestly, it truly is life changing. I have had a very bizarre infilling of joy from just at a spiritual level. And what I've been doing with my days is calling the top 10. And the top 10 are the people that Travis loved the very most in the world. And these are not my children, because I spend nearly every we already have shared all this information over and over and over and over and over. But the top 10 were dear, dear, dear close friends of Travis's that he adored and loved. And I have been individually calling them and then sometimes talking for an hour and a half.
one of the conversations actually lasted 2 hours on the phone, in person, the two of us, and just actually bringing joy into their hearts, confirming that Travis has left the building, but never, ever, ever left our hearts. Never, ever. He's always attainable. And what I've been doing as I've been going through my day, and I'm not going to say that I haven't broken down and almost thought I was going to, throw up, to be honest. I accidentally FaceTimed him because what I do in the morning is get coffee. If it wasn't my night to spend the night with him every other day, I would just get my coffee and then FaceTime him in the morning. And it's like I went into a trance day before yesterday. I was just sitting down and I had my coffee and I just FaceTimed him. And my husband watched me completely crumble. Like I was in the bathroom almost throwing up. That's how hard it rolled over me. But I'm telling you that joy, there's a joy knowing. First off, I can't tell you enough how incredible his departure was. And I am going to do something major around that. But secondly, there was an infilling, and it was that leaving, but depositing all the energy that he had, all the love that he had. He was an incredible human being. Incredible human being. He was a human being that just loved harder, was more hilarious, filled a room. When he entered a room, he filled it. When he left the room, it was time for the party to be over. I'm not even kidding. That's how much energy he had. And he was hilarious even up to the very end. There was a great, great sense of humor, enormous hilarity, outside the box thinking, huge dreamer. And we all got left with the fragments of that meteor shower that was Travis departing, just departing in the physical form, but not departing in the spiritual leftover. So I just want to say the joy is there.
Yes. Thank you so much, Gil. And I can hear it in your heart and your soul, and overjoy can be a thing. So very proud of you. I decided this weekend that I'm going to start a room because of the Elevate Your Business Summit through here Wednesday night. So if you want to join us this Wednesday, 7 p.m., I think it's going to be called Elevate Your Business. Not sure, but it's just a continuation of what happened the past 3 days. I am Stars Tina Gail. I'm giving you hugs and kisses and joy and all that great stuff. Anyone else want to share it really quick, 30 seconds? If not, I am Stars Tina. So grateful to be here. Yes. Hey, Tracy.
Tina, first of all, I want to congratulate you on the summit. I was able to attend Wednesday and Thursday, and it was absolutely amazing. And something Dr. Fred Jones said.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Tracy. It's 5:30. They have hard stops here. We have to go to Glenn. I'm sorry, Tracy.
Okay. Ramon Ray today.
Everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Ramon Ray, and this